Hi Cindy, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing okay.
What has been happening since our last session?
So, I wanted to focus more on myself, and I mentioned that the last time at our last session, and um, I think it's a good idea that I finally come to the realization that I should focus on myself.
And what does focusing on yourself mean to you?
Um, I'm learning to be more independent. I know before I've been really needy, and I always felt like I needed someone to be with me in order to feel good about myself and in order to feel satisfied with my life. But I feel like as I focus more on myself, I can learn to be independent and put my needs and my wants before, others, like my boyfriend.
So it looks like, and it kind of sounds like you're inspired about this whole experience of focusing on yourself. What made you decide that now was the time to do that?
Yeah, I actually do feel inspired to change my life because, I've so many things have happened in my life, and I had to, move. Like there was the relocation and just problems with my relationships, my boyfriends, and just friends and family. And I just feel like I have calmed down more because focusing on myself helps me just not be so unsatisfied with my life. And I think at that point where my boyfriend and I were just at our breaking point, where
Mhm.
we had issues and stuff, and like we mentioned before, I mentioned that it just wasn't going exactly how I wanted to go. And I think when I finally realized that it wasn't going exactly how I wanted it to, I realized that maybe it's because I need to find myself first before I can focus on him.
That's a really good realization that you had. Um, and that takes a lot for someone to want to do that. And sometimes people find the experience of finding themselves like really exciting, but also it can be kind of scary at times too. What type of things are you doing to focus on yourself?
Um, so when I was younger, I really enjoyed exercising. I used to do yoga every single morning before I started my day. But since my life became so hectic, I just couldn't fit that in my schedule anymore. But when I came to realize that I should focus on myself, I decided, why not? I should pick up an old hobby again. And yoga was the thing that I started my day off with every morning, and it's relaxing, so I can start off my day on a good note. And then I've also found time to read. I know with work I've been putting off, the personal time to read a good book, and I went to the library this past weekend and I checked out a an old book I used to read all the time back in high school, and it's one of my favorites. So I started reading every night, and a new thing, now that I have a job and money, I started going to the spa. It's relaxing to get some massages and get my nails done.
I bet.
Yeah, it's just relaxing.
Mm-hmm. Are some of the things that you're doing, are they carrying over into other areas of your life?
I think with the different things that I've included into my schedule and into my life, I feel like it makes me a calmer person. I feel like it's helping me loosen up some of the tension that I had in my life before, and it's helping me. I think it is affecting the other aspects of my life. It's just, my personal self. I'm just not as tense as I was before. I can be calm and relaxed now, and I think I can say that it is because I've started to change my lifestyle more to focus on myself.
So you think just focusing on yourself and the implications of that it's overall helping your well-being?
Yeah, exactly how you said it. It is helping my overall well-being. It's not, I mean, it is about helping my overall well-being, but it's also making me just, feel really good about myself. And I'm not as, I'm not unsatisfied with my life like in the past.
Yeah, it's really great that you're working on that, because I know at the beginning you were struggling with being needy and feeling kind of self-conscious and nervous about being by yourself. So it sounds like you're coming a long way. So that's really great. Are there other things that you're not currently doing but you're hoping to do in the future, more on focusing on yourself?
Well, just exercising, reading, and taking time off at the spa, those are like my starting points as to how I can change my lifestyle to be more about me.
Mm-hmm.
I think as I continue this path to find myself, I think it would be good to take a vacation. I can't think of any other better way to be able to find myself, but to be away from the familiar and be somewhere else. Like maybe I can go on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise before. And I think if I just take that time for myself and just relax and just focus on me, I think those are more of long-term goals, especially because I've never been on a cruise before. I think it's something I can look forward to, but I'm just trying to take it one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. So, are there other things that you would hope to get out of your vacation if you took one?
Well, honestly, with the vacation, I really hope that it will give me time to self-reflect on my life, where I've been, and most importantly, where I want to be. With my current life right now, my schedule of working and everything, I just feel like I don't have that space, that personal space where I can just think about the things that I've done with my life so far. And it's really important to me that I want to think about my future, because there's still so much. I'm still like young and I have so many things I still want to accomplish. I just feel like that cruise will help me explore options for my future. And I don't know where I'm going to be in 10, 20 years, but I'm really hoping that time to self-reflect will allow me to think about it and just reflect.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you're really focusing on reflection and how your life has been going and where you want it to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Are there some thoughts that you've had about where you want to be in the future?
Well, I really hope. I know that we've discussed marriage in the past, and I still really hope that that will be a possibility for my future. As I'm focusing on myself, I want to think about where I want to be and where I want to take my relationship with me, whether or not I can take it in the future. Like if I ever do plan on getting married, I would hope that I would be able to just have a family one day. And I know that's been a goal of mine since I've been young, and I'm not ready to give up on that dream despite the recent complications I've had with my love life and everything, and we've discussed them. I think that I still want to keep that aspect of my dreams of having a marriage and a family in my future. And I'm really hoping that I can keep my options about my career open, because it's never too late for me to go to school, and it's never too late for me to change my career. I think my options are endless at this point.
Yeah, I definitely see that you're really into exploring everything, and I think that's really great to be so open-minded and open to all sorts of possibilities. So, where do you think you would like to go from here?
I think at this point, I really I'm content with my feelings about where I am, and from here I would really hope that I can continue to work on this goal of mine. It's important. It's important to me that I don't lose sight of myself like I have in the past. And from here on forward, I really want to continue reflecting, exploring, and focusing on myself.
It's really apparent that you're really wanting to work on yourself and have your own identity outside of your relationship, and your relationship doesn't define who you are, which I think is something really valuable to have. Do you think the goals that we had mentioned, well, you mentioned the going on a vacation and continuing to do yoga and reading and your spa days, but also, reflecting on everything. Do you think those would be appropriate goals to set for future sessions?
Yeah, I definitely think that those goals are appropriate, especially for my short-term goals and my long-term goals. I think they're definitely appropriate at this time.
Yeah, I think so too. So I hope that your continued exploration of yourself goes well, and I can't wait to hear how it goes for next time.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.